Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you this long, thin gift bag. As you can see, as I said, it is quite thin, quite tiny. It's got a couple of Velcro dots just on the inside, which I just picked up off eBay, and inside it actually has 3 nail files. Now I know you probably think that's a bit strange, but when I go shopping I generally look around for something that's cheap and fun to put into a package. I'm sure most of the crafters do that. Back in one of my previous videos I showed you my stationery gift box and I picked up the post-it notes and the stickers. Exactly the same shop, I picked up the three pack of glitter nail files that were £2, and I thought, you know, they'd be quite handy. They are only one-sided, so the glitter I think is just for effect. I don't think that actually is a file because it's quite smooth, but obviously this side is the nail file side. But I just thought, you know, if somebody was, I don't know, had just trained to go to beauty college or had just trained to do nails or something, it would be a nice little gift. It's obviously got this really cute little bow on the top that I've made from cardstock and stamped, which I'll show you how to do, but I just thought that it's a really cute gift, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So obviously I've used Lemon Lime Twist and the Fresh Florals DSP on this one. So I'm using powdered pink, and I'm still going in. Oh, I'm going out of focus. What's going on? Oh, strange, we're on autofocus. Yes, I'm using the Fresh Florals DSP and powdered pink with this one. So you need a piece of cardstock that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches, and in centimetres that's 28 by 16. On the long side you need to score at 2 inches and 9 inches, and that's 5 and 23 centimetres. And on the short side we need to score at 3 and 5 inches, and that's 5, 7½ and 12½ centimetres. I'll move my scoring board out of the way. Looked like it was going to fall then. And I'm just going to fold and burnish the score lines. And then simply, where you have a wider piece, this is going to be the front. So this is how your bag folds, like that. So the narrower part is the top. So we can cut away these top 2 corners because we don't need those, and then you're basically going to keep the long thin middle piece, these 2 pieces here, and we're going to cut these 2 into tabs. So cut alongside the back of your box, and I just simply trimmed it in half and cut some wedges. There we go. And the same with this one, so down the front of the bag and then across and get some wedges. And I'm sure you all know how to do this by now anyway. There's plenty of tutorials out there that show all of this. It's more the ribbon that I was quite pleased with. The bow that I hand stamped and made, that was quite fun to do. I'll just flip this over. Those into wedges. Okay, get rid of all of this. And so there's your box, and then you need to pop your panels on while you're here. So we have one for the lid, and this one is 6 3/4 by 1 inch, which is 17 centimetres by 2½ centimetres. Just pop some snail on that. And then you need one for the front and the back, and these are 6 3/4 by 1 3/4 inch, and in centimetres that is 17 by 4. All the details are on my blog, so if you've not had a chance to write them down, or you see it and think, oh, I'll do that later, all the information is there, so you don't need to watch the video. Well, you do need to watch the video and see how to do it, but but at least you can you get the measurements easily enough. Okay, so 3 panels, and there's our box. So we're just going to put some fuse or tear and tape onto the tabs. And the good thing with this is that this style of box you can actually make any size. I've recently made some treat boxes, and they were actually fatter, stubbier versions of this and taller. So once you have the measurements, you can pretty much use this design for anything. So I'll just line those up. So there's my box, so I'm just going to press those tabs down, and then what you need to do is just very gently ease the sides there, look, so they start to fold, and then just fold it in, and obviously that's where your lid will go. So there's my box. So I just want to add now my nail files, which just fit in just nicely, just in there. And then I need to add my Velcro, which, as I say, I just got off eBay. Had them quite a while actually, but they do work quite well. So let's just take those two. Oh, that's handy. Whoops. And those two. So you basically need what's called a male and female. This one I think is the male because it has, I don't know, it might be the female. This one has loops and this one has the fuzzy. And I just simply put them together, make sure that they're level, as it were, and then I just pop one, whoops, on the inside there, and do the same again with this one. And once they're on that there, just stick them on to there. And then again, just squeeze your box shut so that you're happy where it goes, and give them a little bit of a squeeze. Not too tight, you don't want to wreck your box, but tight enough just to get them sticking. And there's your box. So just to make up your little bow here, this is the offcut of cardstock, and I've gone with Petal Palette. I just think this is lovely. You can use any of the sentiments really. A long thin one is usually better. I shall go with Best Wishes on this one, I think. And then I'm just simply using basic black. And I know that I haven't, excuse me, I haven't given my Stampin' Scrub a squirt, because that's no good. And then you just simply ink it up and go along however close or far apart you want them, and then I do the same again underneath, because you don't need them to be very wide strips, and you only need 2. Give that a clean, and then you simply bring in your trimmer, oops, and cut your strip. There's one. This can be a little bit fiddly. You just need to make sure you hold this bit down to keep you, oops. Let's try again, might be too much. There's a little bit of a fiddle, this bit, just to get it to the right place, and then give it a trim. So you have these 2 pieces here. You then need to decide how long you want your bow to be. Now I think that the top of this is a little bit too wide, so I'm going to trim that down, but I think I'm going to go for 2 of the Best Wishes. So back in with my trimmer, and I'm just going to take, as they call it, a smidgen. So I'm going to hold on to that really tight so it doesn't move, that's better. Take that smidgen off, so I want 2 Best Wishes. And just while I leave my trimmer here for a minute, so I'm just going to cut my banners, my banner tails should I say. So I just cut those off, and that will sit on there. I like that. And then for your bows, you basically need to have, I'm trying to remember, I think I did a 14 centimetre, and again I'm not too impressed with the thickness of this one, so trim this down. That's better. And then I did we'll go for 11 centimetres I think. Keep that bit because you're going to need it. And so with these two pieces, all I did was get my bone folder and just very carefully give them a curl, get them both curling, and it's just the edge of your bone folder on your thumb, and you just squeeze those two together and run your card through and it naturally curls. And then you want your fast fuse and just a touch on the bottom there, and then curl that around and then very gently squeeze it. And the same with this one, just a little bit of fuse on the end there, twist and catch, and then again just squeeze, and then make sure you've got your seams at the back and your writing's the correct way round, and then they just lie on top of each other and obviously go on the top. And then you just need a strip of this last bit that I, oops, get out of the way, that I just added fuse to, again making sure that I've got them where I want them, and I just stuck this onto the centre, and it's the same as the bow builder punch if you've got that, how you make the centre of that one. So I just wrapped that one around. I'm just going to grab my, what I call my glue scissors with the washi tape on, and just trim that tail end off there, and then you wrap the last bit round, and again just trim a bit of that off because you don't want it overlapping at the front. Give it a little squeeze, and then what we need to do is put some fuse on here and stick it onto our lid, making sure that it's central, and then just making sure I've got the back the right way. Whoops. Get some fuse on the back here, making sure again that your bows are the right way round, and pop it in the centre. And to finish off, I'm just going to add a clear faceted gem, middle size I think, just to the centre. And obviously you can add more if you want. But as you can see, I mean this one's a little bit wider and this is a congratulations, and I've used the big rhinestone gem on that one and then smaller one on this one. But as you can see, two cute little boxes made a little bit special with the sentiment on the bow. Hope you've enjoyed my project, ladies, and gents, and I hope it's inspired you to create your own. Thanks for sharing. See you again soon. Bye.